No one warned me that silence can change you. They talk a lot about pain, about heartbreak, about loss. They tell you what it feels like when something hurts, but no one ever tells you what happens when nothing hurts anymore. It didn't happen all at once. There was no dramatic moment, no goodbye speech, no door slammed behind me. People just stopped reaching out. At first, I didn't notice it. I was busy. Everyone is busy. Days passed, then weeks. I told myself it was normal, that this is just how adulthood works. People grow up, people drift, and silence felt harmless. It was actually comforting at first, peaceful, no notifications, no expectations, no pressure to respond. I could finally breathe. I remember thinking this must be what healing feels like. I slept better. I ate better. I spent time alone without feeling guilty. The silence wrapped around me like a blanket. But blankets get heavy when you don't remove them. Slowly, that silence stopped feeling peaceful. It started feeling empty. Not lonely. Empty. There's a difference. Loneliness is loud. It hurts. It reminds you of what you're missing. Emptiness is quiet. It doesn't ask for attention. It just sits there. And one day I realized something strange. I hadn't spoken out loud for almost an entire day. Not because I couldn't, because I didn't need to. My voice felt unfamiliar when I finally used it. That's when the silence changed me. I stopped sharing thoughts because no one asked. I stopped reacting because nothing required a reaction. I stopped explaining myself because there was no one to explain to. And without noticing, I became smaller. Not physically, internally. My emotions stopped rising to the surface. They stayed somewhere deeper, safer. I told myself I was becoming stronger, more independent, less needy. But what I was really becoming was detached. I would sit in a room full of people and feel like I was watching from behind glass. I smiled at the right moments. I laughed when everyone else laughed. But none of it reached me. Silence had taught me how to exist without connection. And that skill is dangerous. Because once you learn how to live without being seen, you forget how to let people see you again. Someone once asked me if I was okay. I said yes without thinking. Not because I was lying, because I genuinely didn't know. That scared me. I tried to remember when I last felt excited about something. Not distracted, not entertained, excited. I couldn't find the answer. Silence doesn't scream when it takes something from you. It whispers. It takes your urgency, your curiosity, your hunger for more. And it replaces them with comfort. Comfort is seductive. Comfort tells you that you don't need anyone. Comfort tells you that staying exactly where you are is safer than risking disappointment. So you stay. You stop reaching out because you don't want to disturb anyone. You stop forming attachments because you've learned how easily they disappear. And one day, you look around and realize you've built a life that requires no one. That's when it hits you, not with pain, with clarity. You didn't become independent. You became unavailable. Silence trained you to survive alone. But it never taught you how to live. The hardest part wasn't losing people. It was realizing I had stopped wanting them. Not because I didn't care, because silence had convinced me that wanting was weakness, that needing was dangerous, that connection was optional. I don't know exactly when that shift happened. All I know is one day I tried to remember what it felt like to miss someone, and my mind went blank. That's when I understood why no one warns you about silence, because it doesn't look like a problem until it's already changed you. You don't notice the damage until you try to undo it. Until you try to open up again and realize your words don't come easily anymore. Until someone gets close and you feel the urge to pull away. Not because they hurt you, but because silence taught you that distance feels safer than hope. I'm still learning how to unlearn it, how to sit with discomfort, how to reach out first, how to let people hear my voice even when it shakes. Silence didn't make me cold. It made me careful. And I'm trying to remember that being careful is not the same as being alive.